walk me through. It's my understanding that you voted for Representative Burrows for Speaker of the House. He is now Speaker of the House. Give me a
Correct.
reaction.
You know what? I'm excited. I'm happy. Dustin Burrows was the clear conservative in the race. His track record, his voting record, his work ethic in his time in the House proves up that he is the person to lead the House in the conservative direction that we need to go. And he's a friend of mine. I've known him since I got here. We've been through some fires together and through some victories. And he's a good man. He's an honest man. He's conservative. Has led on a lot of conservative issues, and I'm looking forward to getting to work on passing a lot of conservative priorities.
Were you at all surprised by the vote?
No, sir. No, we knew pretty much where the votes were coming in, and within two or three, a handful. So yeah, it went kind of what we expected it to go, and we're ready to get to work.
I do want to ask you, there have been some threats from some prominent officials, namely Attorney General Ken Paxton, about individuals who don't support, the Republican caucus speaker. And David Cook, as you know, was widely chosen by the Republican caucus. So I'm curious, what your thoughts are on those threats from the Attorney General, from others who may have disagreed with your decision.
Well, I don't respond to threats, especially from people that I don't work for. I work for 200,000 Texans in East Texas, not for the chairman of the party and not for a statewide elected official. So I work for my constituents, and my constituents expect me to vote for the conservative in the race. They expect me to vote for what will pass conservative policy, not follow the crowd. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to get to work, and we're going to pass some good conservative policy.
And how do you feel Representative Burrows' election to the speakership will impact legislation during the 89th session?
I think he's going to be a fair dealer. Everybody's going to be heard. We're going to have to file our bills. We're going to have to work our bills. We're going to have to convince our colleagues and talk to them about why our bills are good ideas and why they're good for Texas. And what you want in a speaker is somebody that allows that process to work without putting their finger on the scale. And so I think that's what we will have in Speaker Burrows. And I know his heart. I know his instincts are conservative. He came in as a far right conservative. He's led on all the big issues, either out front or behind the scenes. He's not always the guy on the camera, but nothing that we've done down here in the last several years happened without his very much involved hand. And so just excited to get to work, lowering property taxes, stopping China from owning our land, protecting our gun rights, our private property rights, and a lot of other conservative issues. So looking forward to getting to work with him, getting it done.
Those items you just mentioned, would you consider those your priorities during the session?
Yes, and priorities change. We're going to be looking at school choice and school funding. We're going to be looking at property taxes, border security, hostile foreign owned land, the size and scope of government. We need to take a good look at, are we, what we can do to trim down government and make people's lives easier. And so, and then there'll be other issues that'll come up and be hot button issues that the members kind of decide. It's kind of a member driven body. That's the beauty of it and the ugliness of it. It's kind of raucous sometimes. But that's the way it was designed by our founders. And so, just looking forward to bailing in there and getting after those priorities, getting them done.